sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visiting sideline, there's Chiefs head man Andy Reid. His guys just 2 wins over their last 6 games. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Able to slither by. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out in the starting game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. To throw is Mendoza. Off the play fake. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Mendoza. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. The quick slant caught.
Mendoza's pass.
2nd and goal from the 1.
A gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Mendoza. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a pickup of 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
At the 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. That'll be caught by Rice. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Mendoza. That one complete to Naylor. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's another Raiders first down.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Back at the 49-yard line.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Now it's the backup Cousins. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Wide open receiver complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes to throw once more. That one caught by Rice. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete once again to Hopkins.
Mahomes pass.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And a Kansas City Chiefs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A gain of 5. And a first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice.
Mahomes pass.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's now 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Rutgers' kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now Mendoza throwing to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. Leads to second and
Mendoza, a final shot before break. Wow, and that is incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Happy 2026, everyone. This is it, the late window, Week 18. Everything will be wrapped up tonight. Let's get into it. Our tour of the league starts now. It starts in Cincinnati, the Bengals at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And it's arguably the league's top tandem, Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. 16 yards on the touchdown pass. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's the former Lion, DeAndre Swift. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Bears wrap up a 7-10 season with the win. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Cowboys. And this is George Pickens. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. 75 yards this one goes, the catch and run for the score. The Cowboys get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, a look here at the playoff picture in the NFC here in this final week of the regular season. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thus far, 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 30.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. Pass complete to Nana, right side. 3rd and 12.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 12.
Back to throw. Mendoza. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Raider first down.
Here's Cousins. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Throwing is Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10. 14,
Chiefs 10.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll get this complete to Worthy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. A gain of 19 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
10 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Back to Walker on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Raiders now set to get the football back. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a first carry for their fullback. Well, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. That's returnable now for Smith.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. This offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Kansas City Chiefs first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Chiefs.
On play action, it's Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
46-yard line.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Formation for the Chiefs.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second and a yard at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Genty. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Looking to throw. Mendoza.
Brings up second down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run again. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 2. A little under 40 seconds to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down. Another try, second and 10 now. Mahomes will throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. Out across the 40-yard line before he's brought down, so a first down and then some.
And a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. Here comes second down. Here's Mahomes. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
10-yard loss on the play. And it's fourth down.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Raiders, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately.